Really pleasant surprise as Sam Cirillo, the point guard out of Moore Park. I had yet to see him this year.
You know, he entered high school at 5'8" and 108 pounds. He's 6'2" and 155 pounds, so he's had a growth spurt, which has really helped him, obviously, as a basketball player. He's on his way to Cal Lutheran. He'll play for the Kingsmen, and he has 9.
I wish I was 5'8" at any point in high school.
You never reached 5'8", huh? But you played, I understand, on the defensive front at Ventura County High School, at Ventura High School. There's another jump shot. Marte Tyler that goes in. Now, you were a defensive
I was a
lineman.
fullback. The head of the Ventura County Basketball Coaches Association, Will Cowan, who's the athletic director at Ventura College, was my coach. And he misspoke earlier to our staff, saying I was a fullback, slowest one in the biz.
No, he said you played in the defensive front. You were in the box.
He has no idea.
The immovable object, Danny Page. Max McCoy. And Kenny with the rebound.
It's a lot of fun seeing Patrick Kenny play last week in the Ventura County Football Coaches Association game. In this one, he was just involved in so many memorable football games for St. Bonaventure, and then made a great basketball career for himself as well. I mean, you think about what St. Bonnie has done these past few years, really the last 15 years, Randy, but what Kenny's been a part of. Special stuff. We're going to miss that kid around here.
Yeah, really terrific player. And his football was great, but his basketball numbers were pretty good too. 13 points and 7 rebounds a game. Steal by Cirillo. Covey. Blocked beautifully by Crocker, the yellow jacket, with a stinging good play.
There's the league rivalry there. The champion Camarillo being blocked by a yellow jacket of Oxnard and a Spartan of Rio Mesa. That's what this game's all about.
I'd had a little bit too much passing on that set. Players looking for one another. There's Sam Cirillo going back to the free throw line.
Pace is really slowed down here, Rosenblum.
I don't know about slow. Highly skilled player, excellent ball handler is Cirillo, and he's in double digits with 10. And your Eastern Stars, Danny's predicted winner out in front. Cirillo misses his first foul shot in 6 attempts. 3 minutes to play in the half. West down by 1, and Tiart attacks, and Woods with the rejection. He had 320 in his career. No one's ever had more in Ventura County. Scott Woods, boy, he can knock him out of harm's way.
Yeah, Scott Woods, we saw it earlier. He also likes to get out and run the floor. He'll be a preferred walk-on at Stanford. I just feel like he's a player that can step in and really contribute for the Cardinal and at Maples Pavilion.
Casas underneath missed it, but there is a foul.
I mean, I just want to take a step back, and I believe it's mechanical engineering and basketball at Stanford University. You have got to be kidding me.
Yeah, but when you have a 4.4 GPA, that won't deter Scott Woods. He'll perform well in the classroom and on the hardwood.
No, I'm just saying how incredible that is.
Well, he's a great kid.
Go to Stanford and play basketball and work toward being an engineer. I mean, just remarkable, remarkable stuff.
Brandon Casas looking to convert the second one as well, and does. Brandon's the MVP of the Tri-Valley League, played for the Santa Paula Cardinals. Tipped away, it'll stay at that end. So the East back by a single digit. McCoy to bring it in. Covey saving it on the baseline. Sam Cirillo's had a fabulous first half. McCoy with 12 on the shot clock gets it to Woods. Monseg kept it alive. Woods gets it again and scores. The size, the versatility of Scott Woods.
Nice finish from Scott Woods. I mentioned I saw him play in the section championship game against Tustin. Not exactly what Royal wanted, Randy. In a section title game, they were down 3-2 after one quarter. He's scored 6 points in the first half.
Yeah, it was ugly. T-Art giving it to Crocker, and Daniel lays it in. Using the body again inside to get his positioning. 7 points for Daniel Crocker. 58-57 in the first half with 1:36 to play. They're working Woods, but McCoy's pass was too tall. Cassis to T-Art, and Crocker is left alone. Thought Daniel would make that one, but he got back defensively, or it would have been a layup for Cirillo. Beautiful play by Crocker.
Yeah, I feel like Dan could have been a good linebacker or tight end for Mark Beckham at Oxnard. Football just wasn't his game, though. We see the athleticism, and there you see the range to knock that one away.
Guy that likes contact inside. McCoy comes up empty. Here comes E.T. E.T. scores. Anthony T-Art. The lead is 3 for the West, and Anthony T-Art has 6 points.
Phone home, nice move. Little spin move and finish.
Good move by Cirillo. I knew you'd use that line, phone home. I thought maybe you'd say he's playing like he's from another planet. Here's a steal. Or whatever I can do to help out. Here comes McCoy, drops it off to Woods, and the flush by Scott Woods.
There are no words. That was absolutely filthy from Scott Woods. And McCoy saw Monsag and Covey running right by him and said, you guys just keep on running. I'm waiting for Scott.
61-60. The East. Looks like they might take the lead back into the locker room here at Pacifica High School in Oxnard. Covey, pressured by T-Art in a revolving door. Won't count. Had it gone in, it would not have counted. Well, a hectic 20 minutes is in the book. 61-60 for the East. Collect your breath, Danny Page. You got a lot of work to do here in the second half.
Yeah, I need a timeout here. Are they subbing us out every 5 minutes? What a brilliant first half between these two high-flying high school teams.
121 first half points only on Time Warner Cable Sports. Yes, those numbers are right. We're at halftime, and the East leading by 1. That's not a surprise. But look at the numbers, 61-60 through 20 minutes of play. Randy Rosemel back at intermission along with Danny Page. Danny, that was electrifying stuff.
It really was, as you would say, Randy, brilliant. I mean, it was a wide open game. We had our big dunks. We had teams shooting from downtown all across the floor. Hustle plays. It's everything you want from an all-star game.
You always love to paraphrase me. Now let's talk about the dunk contest.
That was fun.
And we had some good dunkers perform here, starting with Reggie Dixon.
Yeah, Reggie just opens with a soft little 360. Give me a break. How about Grant Lazoya? My goodness. All the way around and the nice finish. Eric Davis wowed the crowd with the windmill.
You know, Eric Davis won a dunk contest against college students at Ventura College, so he came in as one of the favorites on his home floor. But when it was all said and done, Grant Lazoya is our 2013 Slam Dunk champion.
And that's 6'1", Grant Lazoya. I mean, the fact that a high school kid can do a 360 dunk with a one-handed finish, unbelievable.
What do you expect here in the second half other than a lot of points?
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of points. It should relax a little bit defensively in the third quarter, and then things will open up. I tell you what, I'm going to loosen my tie a little bit here. I need a bit of a breather as we get ready for this incredible second half.
He's still a little bit nervous because he picked the East, and it's close. The East leads 61-60 at the break. We'll see what develops in the third quarter next, right here on your Game of the Week from Time Warner Cable Sports. They are literally dancing in the aisles at Pacifica and on the floor as well. These kids really put on a show, and it's a 61-60 halftime lead for the Eastern Star.
I'm going to go join them. are you cool to do the rest of the game? Dance a little bit? I mean, these guys.
We want our fans to stay here, Danny. If you go out there and start dancing, they'll be flooding the gates. They'll be going out so quickly.
These guys in the opening half had all of us dancing in the aisles. I mean, both teams shooting above 50%. 58 for the West, including 38% from three. Get out of here. Ridiculous offensive performances, and we're only halfway home.
The Eastern Stars attacking the basket, getting to the free throw line on 16 occasions, and they were effective knocking down 14 of them. You can see the West was 4 for 4, but that's quite a discrepancy and shows the aggressiveness of the East going inside. They tried to get the ball to Scott Woods in that second quarter, did a pretty good job, and J.D. Slajchert was outstanding.
I think it's going to be interesting to see who the East comes out with, because remember, they shuffled their lineup going into the second quarter. They left Woods on the bench for the second half, and there's Corbin Covey, who I just interviewed him yesterday, actually. He actually got a concussion in the football all-star game last week, was just cleared to play today by doctors, and is thrilled to take the field or the court in this his final game.
You know, he said he didn't remember the football game, so here's another opportunity at least to remember a Ventura County All-Star game, and these games are played a week apart, so think of that. He plays in the football game 1 week ago, and a week later, he's in the basketball contest.
Told me he didn't even recall the third and fourth quarters of the game when he was knocked out, and Corbin set to take the floor for the final half. What a star he has been for Ventura County. If I had to give an award for the best interview in Ventura County of the year, that's who I'm giving it to.
He's your favorite person, isn't it? You just love that kid.
He's a great kid.
You talk about him incessantly.
Man, you get a concussion and then you go out and you play the next week. That's big time. That's big time, Rose.
He's going to Colorado State. He's going to play some big time football in the Mountain West Conference.
So Scott Woods will come out and start this second half. Great to see him team with Max McCoy. It'll be he, Lazoya, Fanjoy, and Dakota Pierce. So a couple of Royal Highlanders, a couple of Thousand Oaks Lancers, and the lone Westlake Warrior, Grant Lazoya.
Yeah, both coaches electing to go with their original starting fives. And Lazoya with the spin move. And Grant from downtown. The money ball for Grant Lazoya.
He is just mega talented, Randy. I think he really started coming into his own under Rob Bloom these last couple of years. Sky's the limit.
Now, what a year for Rob Bloom and Westlake. They won 28 games. Great year for the Westlake Warrior basketball team. Nice move by Dixon to score.
Speaking of Sky, I think he touched the sky on that little hook shot.
Well, you get excited about that. I like your enthusiasm.
It is Friday night.
From the side, that one's up and in for Tanner Fanjoy. Rattles in a deuce.
Looks like there's no rest for the weary here in this second half.
I love the set shot by Tatnall, and he hits the three ball.
I hope you brought your cough drops for this one, Randy. Unbelievable
I'm all right.
stuff.
Max McCoy can't find it. Tipped out of bounds. Last touched by the Western Stars. The East will keep it. There's Scott was supposed to play in the Battle of the Valley a few weeks ago, but his back was bothering him. We're glad that he's healthy to play in this Ventura County affair.
Little shove there from Armin Moman.
Well,
Santa Clara boys.
He's an aggressive guy. He plays all out all the time.
Both wearing goggles, the Santa Clara Saints. The Librarians, I don't know. I'm trying to come up with something fitting, a nickname that suits these two young men.
How about sharpshooter for Lazoya? And the East by 4, and Grant Lazoya comes out ablazing here in the third quarter. DeAndre nearly put a hole in the glass. Lazoya pulling up.
No way.
That's a good rebound by Eric Davis. Here comes Eric. All the way. And he scores. Eric Davis end to end. Dakota Pierce the other way. Blocked by Dixon.
Here we go.
Here's going to be a dunk. and it barely got in there, but Eric Davis will take it. What I like there is Davis made the block on defense and ran the floor and deserved that basket.
Look at
Lazoya. Yes! Oh, Grant Lazoya putting on quite a show, showing the pearly whites here in the third quarter.
You know, when someone is a great player, when they make it look that smooth, you know, when they're able to knock down 3 threes like that, but do it with such ease and relaxation.
Chatnall with the layup at the other end. Lazoya's got 17, looking for 20. Couldn't quite get that one to drop.
The East bench was about to explode. He's got his own cheering section over there.
Woods, another block, and again, he's the greatest ever in Ventura County in that regard. And Dakota Pierce slides in for a layup. A beautiful feed from Grant Lazoya. Reggie Dixon had his pocket picked by Pierce. And Moman nearly got it back. And Woods is hammered by Eric Davis.
Just let him dunk, Eric. You know, just look the
Eric's
other way.
mentality, you know, Eric blocks 2 shots a game. He is going to confront you. He's going to be an obstruction for anyone who goes up and tries to put it in.
Do it for the fans, Eric. Do it for the fans.
Hey, the fans like blocks as well.
What about a dunk for a free throw? Can we try and finagle that here? It is an all-star game.
Finagle?
Yeah. To negotiate
I understand.
in a shady manner. Would that be the right definition?
Close. A big man, Scott Woods, showing us that the big guys can shoot charities. 76-71, the Eastern Stars are ahead. Davis and Woods blocked it. 3 blocks in the game. Now 4 blocks for Woods, the great rejecter. And Fanjoy, the recipient at the other end, and Tanner scores. How about 4 blocks for Scott Woods? Suddenly the West cooling off and the East starting to pull away. And Lazoya, you know what he can do. 3 more for Grant Lazoya.
Look at Slajchert's reaction on the bottom of your screen. Here they go. Oh, man.
I love the reactions from Lazoya after he knocks down 3s. He is having fun. Grant Lazoya shooting the lights out here in the third quarter.
And the West with a few things to talk over here. Yeah, not a bad day for Grant. And you know what, on this huddle, you know what you don't see in this East huddle right now is Craig Griffin. He's on the right of your screen. He doesn't have anything to tell him. He doesn't have anything to say. Just keep shooting. You see Craig right there in the back of your picture? Who needs instructions from the head coach?
Well, Grant Lazoya has been the story, putting on a shooting clinic here in the third.
Booyah, nice double there from Grant Lazoya. He really has led the East in this comeback. I won't call it a comeback. He's been here 4 years, and Lazoya with a great second half, 20 points total.
How about the shooting stats? Those are pretty good numbers in Las Vegas, 7 for 11.
You just completely missed that one, didn't you?
Yes.
LL Cool J, don't call it a comeback. He's been here 4 years.
You
Not
remember,
4 years,
you and
but
I are
4.
from different time periods.
What was that? Yeah, but you dropped like a Gregory Peck movie on me in the girls' game.
Hey, why not?
I can go with.
What's wrong with Gregory
I can go
Peck?
with Ladies Love Cool James.
He's an Academy Award winner. DeAndre Jones puts it in.
Wow.
Are we going to continue to argue on the air?
Somebody in the truck, give me some love. Rock the bells, LL Cool J.
We got a pretty good basketball game going here. 5:49 left. 81-73.
You get it 4 years, the number 4.
No, I get it. I understand. I get you. We work together every week, don't we? Here's a jump shot from out in front that will not fall for Eric Davis.
Each
Here
week
comes
it's tougher than the
Pierce.
next.
No, it's not. Dakota Pierce with a lovely move.
That was a nice move, you know, and the 2 TO kids, Pierce and Fanjoy, have been sort of the quiet leaders for this East team. they've also really contributed in the third. And just as I say that, Reggie Dixon.
He wears number 3, and he rings up a 3 ball.
They're going to need some threes, this West team. No way.
Lazoya looking for another trifecta. McCoy misses, and there's Dixon leaping above everyone. Outlet. I like Armin's game. Moment with the layup, but Armin just plays hard. He's a guy with phenomenal work ethic, and the West back to within 5 as we go under 5 minutes, so we'll see a plethora of changes.
Line change, Mr. Rosenblum, and I think that this
Why
is
do you
where
refer to me as Mr. Rosenblum? You can call me Randy.
I thought doctor, you know. We already have a professor here in Paul Westphal. You're just a mister in some ways. That is a nice finish. Again, the most pleasant surprise of the evening has been the 2 young men from Santa Clara, Armin Momum and DeAndre Jones. It's just been a whole lot of fun watching these 2 light it up, and they did so from the opening tip.
Well, Danny Page, if you didn't hear earlier, has gone out on record saying the East would win this game, and Danny's side, the one he projected for victory, has a 5-point lead. J.D. Slajchert shot in and out. Anthony Tiart able to run it down. Anthony Tiart. Whoever had the overs in this game is in pretty good shape. I don't know what that number would be. There's a turnover against the West. What do you think the over and under would have been here? About 100 for each side, so maybe 200 points?
I think we're easily going to hit that. There's still 12 and a half minutes to go, and we're approaching 100. Let's see what these second units can do.
Where do you get 12 and a half minutes? Try 14 and a half minutes. Your math. I'm worried about your math.
I'm just stuck on those 8-minute quarters, though.
Yeah, these are 10-minute quarters. It's out of bounds. It'll stay at that end.
And remember, Randy, once we get to the 4th quarter, 3 substitutions. Now, I wish free subs meant something different, but I'll take substitutions. And I think it'll be interesting to see different groups together, different groups combined. It is man-to-man defense, but teams can run traps as well. Excited to see the game open up in a little over 4 minutes.
Kenny in the open court. Oh, there's a great block. Monseg with the left arm just swatted it out of harm's way. Casas thought he had a layup. Covey hits.
Covey with the mile-high salute.
Lead is 8. That was interesting. Crocker scored as Covey fell down. Like he was suspended. Like time had stopped. There's a layup for Slajchert, who's been very active. 88-80. And the scoring fest continues. JD has 16. And a trap here. Casas is past too hot to handle for Anthony Tiart. The players are trying to put on a show for the fans here, and that's what they're supposed to do in this All-Star affair, and they are accomplishing that.
Check. That's taken care of. You even look at the refs. They just walk by the scorers table. They're smiling. Everybody's just enjoying this wide open game.
Ron Lee in overdrive. It's off of JD and out of bounds to the West. I might say these officials have done a fabulous job. They really have. You really haven't mentioned them hardly at all. You like the salute here?
Yeah, nice triple from Covey. I don't know, going to Colorado State, mile-high salute. Of course, it isn't Terrell Davis, but
Daniel Crocker got it back and puts it in. Daniel Crocker. Boy, he is a physical player. And again, he loves contact on the low block. Might have taken an extra step there. Lee not able to connect. Cirillo. That's good defense. And here comes the Western Stars. Crocker. They're trapping. I thought they weren't supposed to trap until the 4th quarter. They have relaxed the rules.
We'll let it slide this time, Randy. 12:23 to go still.
This is the third quarter. 2:23 remain here, and then the 10-minute fourth quarter.
The refs let that one slide in for good reason. You know the crew, Todd McWhirter, Kenny Lutz, and Nick Cavella. They've done a fine job tonight letting the boys play, calling fouls when necessary. Sometimes these all-star games can tend to get a little bit chippy, but not tonight. These gentlemen are just having a great time battling back and forth. Yeah, there's the trap. Not allowed.
Well, the West in the rears by 6. Tyler dishing to Casas, who hits the 3 ball. He has 5.
Tri-Valley League MVP, a hard worker at the defensive end, and if and when you leave him open, he will knock down shots.
Casas showing good form.
Yeah, he puts that right foot forward, but nonetheless finds his equilibrium and knocks down that 3 from the corner. Monseg at the free throw line, and I think it was easy for him on that Calabasas championship team to be overshadowed by some of the star seniors last year, and then this year, his senior year, dynamic juniors Max Hotzel and Jeremy Lieberman, who will be big-time players next year. They might have overshadowed this key player, so glad to see him getting his due tonight.
Tyler, Crocker, got it back, puts it in. Daniel Crocker started to take over the basketball game, especially on the offensive glass. JD got away with a walk.
Yeah, no doubt about that. You're not going to bring down his spirits, though.
Maybe the first time we question a call tonight. Well, perhaps the contact was prior to that. Back to live action, a layup for Sam Cirillo.
Cirillo getting back on track here in this third quarter after he really had a great first half.
Well, he has 14 on the evening. That's pretty. Put him away. He took Cirillo off the dribble, and Marte Tyler with a beautiful finish and a takeaway. And Casas is fouled by Covey.
Marte Tyler from Rio Mesa, another one of the 3 players in this game that also played in the football game, and all 3 will be playing football at the next level. Marte Tyler will play safety in college, likely at Ventura College. Kenny with the ball now, of course, a linebacker.
And a three-point shooter, too, huh? He just knew if he'd knocked that down, he would tie it, and he did at 92.
In the quarterfinals, Randy, this St. Bonaventure team nearly upset mighty Pacific Hills, the eventual state champions as well.
Patrick Kenny with that 44, like Jerry West knocking down jump shots, right? Well, who else was 44? Zeke from Cabin Creek.
If I look at Patrick Kenny, who has a linebacker body.
Yeah, but he knocked down a long ball.
If there's one person I do not think of, it's Jerry West.
That's the 44.
Okay?
A 12-4 run for the West to tie it. Crocker is going to work, and he's rejected by Monseg.
Of all the people on this planet, I don't think of when I see Patrick Kenny, it's Jerry.
Look at this. This guy looks like Jerry West, 44, all the way. Yeah, that's Zeke from Cabin Creek. Patrick Kenny gives his club the lead.
Zeke from where?
Cabin
Do I have something
Creek.
wrong on my roster?
Yes.
I was thinking
94,
the same.
92.
Maybe a little Pete Maravich?
No. A 14-4 run has given the West the lead. We're having fun. Hope you are at home as well. Cirillo
Shot me down on that one.
won't be the last time. 6.9 to play in the third. I like this kind of arithmetic at this stage of the ballgame. Triple digits are forthcoming. Common foul. 94-92, final 5 seconds of the quarter. Ron Lee's going to have to put up a shot, and does. Quarter ends. And the West, on the strength of that 14-4 run, finishing off the third quarter very nicely, has eased in front by 2 points. Tatnall with that set shot is always lovely, but there was a lot of gorgeous plays in the third quarter. Lozoya has 20 on the night with that step back jumper. The final 10 minutes will decide this All-Star Classic. Yeah, those are the right numbers after 3 quarters. The West by 2, 94-92. Final 10 minutes should be very entertaining. With Danny Page, I'm Randy Rosenwald, and some awards were handed out. Hey, there's